Hello everyone, welcome you all to the continuation of video session on module 4 infinite series and power series solutions. So already in the previous few video sessions on this module we have studied about infinite series and how to test the nature of the series using Cauchy's root test and D'Alembert's ratio test. In the last video session, I have discussed about the series solution of Bessel's differential equation, which leads to Bessel function, and also using that we have found j half of x and j minus half of x. So today I am going to discuss about the orthogonal property of Bessel function. Now the orthogonal property of Bessel function is given by this formula. You can see here, if alpha and beta are two distinct roots of Jn of x is equal to 0, then integral x Jn alpha x into Jn of beta x dx from 0 to 1 is equal to 0 if alpha not equal to beta. If alpha is not equal to beta, then the value of this integral is 0, and if alpha equal to beta, it is half into Jn dash of alpha whole square, half into Jn dash of alpha whole square, which can be also written as half into Jn plus 1 of alpha whole square. Now we shall prove this, the orthogonal property of Bessel function. Now we know that Jn of lambda x is a solution of the equation x square d square y by dx square plus x dy by dx plus lambda square x square minus n square of y is equal to 0. Now if u is equal to Jn of alpha x and v is equal to Jn of beta x, associated differential equations are, if you take u as Jn of alpha x and v as Jn of beta x, then what are the differential equation? X square u double dash plus x into u dash plus here you have alpha square minus n square into u is equal to 0. And similarly corresponding to v, x square v double dash plus x into v dash plus beta square x square minus n square of v is equal to 0. So you have taken u is equal to Jn of alpha x and v is equal to Jn of beta x. Then the corresponding equations you are writing with respect to u and v. X square u double dash plus x u dash plus alpha square x square minus n square of u is equal to 0. X square v double dash plus x v dash plus beta square x square minus n square of v is equal to 0. Now in the next step what you do is you multiply equation 1 by v by x. Equation u 1 you multiply by v by x. Equation 2 you multiply by u by x. Multiply this by v by x. When you multiply, what do you get? V by x. Throughout you multiply. So you will get v by x, x square u double dash, v by x, x into u dash plus v by x into alpha square x square minus n square into u is equal to 0. Or when you simplify, you can observe 1x get cancels. So x v u double dash plus v u dash plus alpha square u v x minus n square uv by x is equal to 0. You can verify. Similarly, second equation you are multiplying by u by x. You will get it as x u v double dash plus uv dash plus beta square uvx minus n square uv by x is equal to 0. So now subtract these equations. The first equation minus the second equation. What is the first term? X v u double dash minus x u v double dash. So x is common. If you take x is common, v u double dash minus u v double dash plus v u dash minus u v dash plus alpha square u v x minus beta square u v x, or alpha square minus beta square into u v x, and this term plus and minus get cancels, which is equal to 0. Now you can observe that the first two terms can be rewritten as d by dx of x into v u dash minus u v dash. You observe d by dx of x into v u dash minus u v dash. So differentiate and verify whether you are getting this same, which is equal to, shift this term to the other side, beta square minus alpha square into x u v. Now integrating both sides with respect to x from 0 to 1. Integrate both sides with respect to x from 0 to 1. Integral of d by dx of x into vu dash minus uv dash is equal to integral of beta square minus alpha square into x uv. So when you integrate, integration and differentiation get cancels. So x vu dash minus uv dash from 0 to 1 is equal to beta square minus alpha square integral of x uv dx from 0 to 1. Now for this apply the limit. When x equal to 1, what is the term? vu dash minus uv dash. When x equal to 0, this term will be 0. Okay, is equal to beta square minus alpha square into integral of this. So since u is equal to now, what is your u? U is Jn of alpha x and v is Jn of beta x, right? That's what we have taken. So what is u dash? Alpha into Jn dash of alpha x, u dash, and v dash is beta into Jn dash of beta x. And substitute these in equation 3. Here wherever you have u, Jn of alpha x, u dash is alpha into Jn dash of alpha x. Similarly v and v dash. So v u dash, v Jn of beta x into v dash, u dash alpha into Jn dash of alpha x minus u Jn of alpha x into v dash, beta into Jn dash of beta x is equal to beta square minus alpha square into integral 0 to 1 x u v dx. U is Jn of alpha x and v is Jn of beta x. Now, so what is integral of x into Jn of alpha x into Jn of beta x? Divide throughout by beta square minus alpha square. Okay, divide throughout by beta square minus alpha square. So since alpha and beta are distinct roots of Jn of x equal to 0, we have Jn of alpha is 0, Jn of beta is 0. Alpha and beta are roots of Jn of x equal to 0. That means to say, when you put x equal to alpha, you will get 0. When you put x equal to beta, that is also 0. So you can substitute here. So with the result, the RHS of 4, the right hand side of 4 becomes 0 provided beta square minus alpha square is not equal to 0. That is beta not equal to alpha. So thus if alpha not equal to beta, that means beta not equal to alpha, one and the same. If alpha not equal to beta, this becomes 0. Jn of alpha is 0, Jn of beta is 0. So this integral becomes 0 when alpha not equal to beta. Now consider the case when alpha equal to beta. When alpha equal to beta, you can observe here, this denominator becomes 0. Beta square minus alpha square becomes 0. So what you are going to do in such cases? So when it is 0 by 0 form, numerator anyway 0, denominator is also 0. when it is 0 by 0 form, you go for L'Hospital rule, right? Take limit beta tending to alpha, keeping alpha fixed, and by apply L'Hospital rule on both sides. Take limit here, limit beta tending to alpha, integral 0 to 1 x into jn of alpha x jn of beta x dx is equal to limit beta tending to alpha of this entire term. That's what I have written here, 1 by beta square minus alpha square into alpha jn of beta into jn dash of alpha minus beta jn of alpha into jn dash of alpha. Since alpha is fixed, we must have jn of alpha equal to 0, as alpha is a root of jn of x equal to 0. Alpha is a root of jn of x is 0. So replace x by alpha, you must get it as 0. Therefore, limit beta tending to alpha, the left hand side as it is, integral 0 to 1 x into jn of alpha x into jn of beta x dx is equal to limit beta tending to alpha 1 by beta square minus alpha square. Here the second term becomes 0. Rest all remains as it is, alpha jn of beta into jn dash of alpha. Or this, by applying L'Hospital rule, you are differentiating the numerator and denominator separately with respect to beta, right? So alpha jn dash of alpha is a constant. Differentiation of jn of beta is jn dash of beta divided by differentiation of beta square minus alpha square, that is 2 beta, by using L'Hospital rule. The numerator and denominator are differentiated separately with respect to beta. So what do you get? What is the left hand side when alpha equal to beta? Integral 0 to 1 x into jn of alpha x into jn beta x. Alpha equal to beta. So this becomes jn of alpha x into jn of alpha x, that is jn of alpha x whole square is equal to, as beta tending to alpha, this is 1 by 2 alpha jn dash of alpha into jn dash of alpha, that is half into jn dash of alpha whole square. Alpha get cancels. Therefore, integral 0 to 1 x into jn square of alpha x dx, jn of alpha x whole square also you can write, is equal to half into jn dash of alpha whole square. Further, you need to remember this recurrence relation. Jn dash of x is equal to n by x jn of x minus jn plus 1 of x. So what is jn dash of alpha from this? Jn dash of alpha is n by alpha jn of alpha minus jn plus 1 of alpha. Now what is jn of alpha? 0. This term becomes 0. So what is jn dash of alpha? Minus jn plus 1 of alpha. So you replace jn dash of alpha as minus jn plus 1 of alpha in this equation 6. So you will get it as integral 0 to 1 x into jn square of alpha x dx, left hand side as it is equal to half into, what is jn dash of alpha? Minus jn plus 1 of alpha. So when you square it becomes plus j half into jn plus 1 of alpha whole square. Or when alpha equal to beta, integral 0 to 1 x into jn square of alpha x dx is equal to half into jn plus 1 of alpha whole square. So this is the orthogonality property of basis function. The question will be, if alpha and beta are distinct root of jn of x equal to, prove that this integral is equal to 0 if alpha not equal to beta. And if alpha equal to beta, you have proved that this value of this integral is half into jn dash of alpha whole square is equal to half into jn plus 1 of alpha whole square. So depending on what is the question, you need to write down the proof. If the question is only prove that this integral is equal to 0 if alpha not equal to beta, it's enough, you write down only till here. Okay, if the second part is asked in the question, you go to the second part till the end.